Hello, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to discuss the next topic, that is transmission of impulse. In transmission of impulse, first we will be going through synapse. What is a synapse? A synapse, that is the nerve impulse, is transmitted from one neuron to another through the junction known as synapse. So synapse will be formed from the presynaptic neuron and the postsynaptic neuron, and there is a gap between two neurons will be termed as synaptic cleft. Will be termed as what? Synaptic cleft. And synaptic cleft will be the gap. So there are two type of synapse. One will be electrical synapse and another one will be chemical synapse. Electrical synapse is faster, but it is seen in rare case in our body. So we will be mostly dealing with chemical synapse. Chemical synapse has chemicals known as neurotransmitter that helps in transmission of impulse. See, in the axon terminals there are vesicles, and inside the vesicles there will be neurotransmitters. Particular receptors are there to receive the transmission impulse of the neurotransmitter chemicals, and after the receptors taking the impulse they will generate new potential, and we will let to know that what the neural is transmitting. Let's moving to the NCERT lines. Transmission of impulse. A nerve impulse is transmitted from one neuron to another through a junction called synapse. See, synapse is formed by the presynaptic and postsynaptic neuron. There is a gap called synaptic cleft. Two synapses, electrical synapse and chemical synapse. And electrical current can flow directly from one neuron to another neuron, so this one will be faster and there will be no requirement of chemical. Electrical synapse is always faster but across than that of the chemical synapse, and they are rare in our system. At chemical synapse there is a fluid filled space called synaptic cleft. Chemicals are their neurotransmitters involved in the transmission of impulse at the synapse. The axon terminals contain vesicles filled with the neurotransmitter. When an impulse arrives at the axon terminal, it stimulates the movement of the synaptic vesicles towards the membrane, where they fuse with the plasma membrane and release their neurotransmitters in the synaptic cleft. The released neurotransmitters bind to their specific receptors present on the postsynaptic membrane. This binding opens ion channels, allowing the entry of ions, which can generate a new potential in the postsynaptic neuron. The new potential developed may be either excitatory or inhibitory. See what happened? We will discuss it through the diagram. See, suppose this is the presynaptic neuron, and again there will be postsynaptic neuron over here, and it is the junction. See, it is the synapse. This is the postsynaptic membrane. This gap will be the synaptic cleft, and this is the postsynaptic membrane. And these are receptors. Now they are in axon terminal. This one is axon, this one is axon terminal. There will be synaptic vesicles, and inside that synaptic vesicles there will be neurotransmitter. When the neurotransmitters will be in contact with the presynaptic membrane, they will diffuse to the synaptic cleft and they will provide the impulse, or they will transfer the impulse to these receptors. These receptors will have ion channels, and due to the change in the ion channels or influx and efflux of ions inside them, there will be change in potential, and after the new potential may be inhibitory or excitatory. That is all about the small portion of transmission of impulse. That's all. Thank you.